There's always a moment where you know you should stop, not because you have to, but because something doesn't feel quite right. And I felt it, and I carried on anyway. Fuck. I'm hoping wherever it's plunged, it's going to stay there. I've got every excuse. But before we get to that little cock-up, there is so much more to come in this video. So sit back, relax, grab yourself a cuppa, and let's get on with it. Yeah, I'll just stop you temporarily to take a photo of that tree. Not sure how it'll turn out. Sometimes it's these things look really good to the eye and quite shit then on a photo, and vice versa. But we'll see. It's been a few days since I picked up this camera, to be honest, which hopefully I would have overlaid with a voiceover prior to getting here, but we're in. We are at the big lake near Idania and Ovo, and yeah, it's stunning, and it's a lovely, glorious blue day as well, blue sky day. I would say comfortably I've got a week left. I could probably push that to 10 days, and then I'd probably start heading north, get into France about the 20th, 21st, see Rian for a few days, sort out the dog admin, which is just a worming tablet or worming injection or something at the vet's, and then we'll be on to the ferry. There's the Malster on the board, and we're joined by Dreamlife Portugal, Susie. And look at that. Oi! Don't start that. It'll all end in tears. Probably mine. Oh wow, this is incredible. Really is. Just got some ripples coming from a motorised fishing boat that was out here earlier. How are you liking it, Miles? Not an awful lot. Eh? Right, we're going to head across there because it looks like a little lakeside cabin or something. So we're going to check it out. See if we've got a barbie going and some beers. Tell you what, there are definitely worse places to be. What are you moaning at, Mal? What are you whining for? Eh? Oh wow. Oh, incredible. See you, Moles. What are you doing? No, stay. There we are, changed position. She's happy now. Yeah, I think this is more of a oh, yeah, you can see down there, look. So we're definitely going into a shallow patch. We are back to the van. Oh, my Crocs are still there. That's always handy. What do you think, Mols? What do you think?
Cheers.
Cheers. Cheers. And so, with the paddling complete, what better way to end the afternoon than with a nice cold fresh beer straight out of the fridge and then talk all things Portugal. Clearly there's something really exciting, homely and nice about my van that seems to attract mice. This is the second one. So this is Pedro, the Portuguese mouse, unlike a wee Jockmuck mouse that I got in Scotland last year, or end of last year, and got rid of in Abergavenny. But Susie's kindly offered to take him away from here towards hers, which is good 20 odd minutes away, 30 minutes away. Right, let me put him down so I don't stress him. There you go. This is van life for real, really. These are just some of the things you have to put up with, I'm afraid. Right, that's it. Pretty much everyone's gone. There's a couple just down on the beach down there from that white car. And and then we'll have the place to ourselves. Good morning. It's a bit of a greyer start today. There is blue in the sky, and this is all meant to clear up this afternoon. And then we're into another full week of sun, though we shan't be here in this spot all week. And we're just off now to walk a circuit up towards the camping area, which is right at the top there. Just give Molly a stretch out. Right, so that's the camping ground. I don't know too much about it, to be honest. Right, and that's us, just about back at the van. They are bits of eyesores, those two things, the refrigerated container, and I'm guessing what used to be something to do with the lake's water system, I guess, fenced off there. But it doesn't really detract from the overall beauty of this place. Yeah, it's something else. And I would say, before this, Pedrogo Grande, the lake there was just amazing. But this, I don't know, this just has a different feel. I think there's more to see here, more variety in the landscape. Well, good morning. It's another bit of a grey start to the day, actually. We're just off out for a walk. We're going to go and walk the whole circuit down towards the dam area. I need to take a bag of rubbish up to the top bins, and this will be the last walk before we then head off. Right, so that's a look back down to the lake, and we are, I think, just around that corner there. Right, so we're just coming up to the roundabout, and basically there's now a one-way circuit which takes us down in that direction, down to the dam, and then comes back up, which is marked here obviously by a no entry sign. That hill in the distance, just to the side of the tree there, is Monsanto. So everything again is fairly close. Yeah, the Barragem Carmona. There is another word, Marechal, maybe? Barragem, Marechal Carmona. There you go, there's a better look over to Monsanto in the distance there. Right, this leads down to the overflow part, which is dry at the moment. I'm tempted. Oh, I tell you what, let's go down there and have a look. I don't think there's anyone around. There you go. I bet a couple of weeks ago that thing was roaring away like some of the others we've seen at the other dams. It's actually a walkway down here. I think this is a picnic site as well on a normal day when it's not closed off because of bits of landslide, etc. So they all seem to have these like monument pillars. There you go. How cool is that? Wow. Yeah, so that just flies off underground and probably comes out on the other side somewhere and channels down into the river. Oh, you just know I have to. Oh, look how clear that water is. How cool is that? Oh, you can even hear all echoing. Actually, just looking, all the wetness here is seeping through the cracks in the concrete. You can see the other side. Yeah, so even in this one, you can see the end of the tunnel. Sod it, let's go and have a look. Right, so you can tell by all the graffiti, we're not the first ones to ever come down here and try this. I've just stepped on a few different places, the whole width of this thing, and it's, it's slippery as hell. And because it's so steep, I'm not sure I'd be able to sprint and get some forward momentum to get back up to the dry bit. Right, I've come back to this one because this edge here is quite dry. It's bloody steep-sided that way, and also steep coming back up the way. But I think I should be able to get from there and jump across that dry patch there. I can't leave here without having gone down inside it. It would just bug me for the rest of my life. Right, we're down inside. We'll worry about that later. Yeah, we should be all right on that concrete edge in there. Anyway, let's get to the end of the tunnel, or end of the concrete at least. I tell you what, the low light on this Osmo is pretty impressive. Oh my god, this takes me back to my childhood doing this sort of shite. Absolutely amazing. Yeah, there you go. So I could see from the far side there that I'm not going to bother going to the end. I'm happy we're down inside here in the back cave. Right, let's get back out here and head back to the van. A little bitch. There's nothing to her. She just four-wheel drive and lots of sharp claws. Whereas I'm right on the edge, struggling my arse off to keep balance and not slip. Right, back up on the dry stuff. That's us done. What a cool little adventure. Absolutely love it when I can get to act like a kid again. Right, that's us back at the roundabout and on the way back to the van. Yeah, I would say that spring has definitely sprung here. I dare say this won't have happened by the time I get back to Wales. Alright, and look at the size on that big eucalyptus. Absolutely massive. Right, that's us. Back where we belong. It's time to have one last lake bath and a swim and a dip. And I've also got one more job to do with the drone. I know that all good things must come to an end at some point, but it was really a difficult wrench to move away from this lake. We'd had such a good few days here chilling out, and but eventually, you know, it's time to get back on the road and crack on with the adventure. Right, the entrance to the... oh, where is it? Oh, it's about by there. That's the entrance down to the place where we were the other day, the overflow area, and that's where we're going to go and fly the drone. I won't bother filming the approach to it. I'm just basically going down there to try and get some footage throughout the length of the tunnel. Right, so the brief for today is quite simple. Fly the drone from the lake, the other side there, down and over us, into that tunnel, and try and get it out the other end. Now, the only thing I can see is somewhere along the way we may lose frequency, and it isn't going to talk to the drone. Now, when that happens, it waits for a bit and then it'll go to its safe mode, which means it'll fly up to about 100 meters and then come back to home. This is the home. If it goes up 100 meters, it's going to be hitting the top of the tunnel, and that's one lost drone. Fuck. That didn't go to plan. I've basically lost the drone. It's in the tunnel. I must have gone in maybe 20 meters into the rocky part, and there was all sorts of warnings coming up, so I turned it round to come back, and it's just plunged into the water. So, fuck. Anyway, it was always a risk, so I'm going to go and get some trainers. I don't mind getting wet, and we're going to take a walk in there with a head torch and see if we can locate it. I suppose the only good thing is, well, none of it is good, but for one positive, there's no fast running water through this, so I'm hoping wherever it's plunged, it's going to stay there. However, there could be some really deep pools in there. I have no idea. Yeah, actually, it's quite funny. Well, it's not funny. It's a few £100 worth of not funny. But the roar from the rotors was quite deafening as it flew down the tunnel. But and then I tried turning it, and then it was just utter silence. All you could hear was, oh fucking hell! All you could hear was my heart beating. Oh my god! I suppose the only thing really we can hope for is that it's come down on rocks. It may be badly damaged or something, but that's okay. I think if it's fully submerged, it's kind of done and dusted. If it's on rocks, it may just be an arm replacement, rotor replacement, gimbal replacement, whatever. And it may be fixable and savable. But we won't know until we're in there. Right, let's go and have a look. There we go. Where drones come to die. Right, now for the tricky section. Well, it's actually, do you know what? It's jaggedy, so it will have smashed it a bit. Oh, ugh, yuck. Cold drip. But I tell you what, there's every possibility here that this could be landed on dry ground. Yeah, and then you see pools like that and you think, maybe not. Well, how lucky do I feel? Not very, actually. So if it's come down in the centre, I think we're screwed. Well, we'll keep pushing on anyway. I don't think it's going to be much further, actually. I can see it. It's over on the other side of the tunnel. The way you can see it is some little red lights down there. So it's actually out of the water, but it's looking pretty unhealthy. Right, we're closing in on it. Right, so... oh, it's upside down for a start. It's, oh yeah, so I'm missing a rotor off that one. That's all right, I've got spares. Missing the tip of the rotor on that one there. Right, sod it. Now we're here, we just will go to the end of the tunnel. It's something I wanted to do the other day but wasn't sure, so we'll do it now. I've got every excuse. Hey, and look what I can see. I'm going to have to zoom right in. How cool is that? I tell you what, it's surprisingly long, this tunnel. We're still going, and it's probably still another 150 metres away to the end. Oh, we're getting there. We're getting there. Yeah, satisfied actually that I've got to the end of this tunnel, because I think had I left the area and not done it, I would have kept looking back on the footage thinking, why didn't you just go for it? So it takes crashing a drone to actually push me to do things that I really want to do anyway. Right, so that's just natural light now, so we're pretty much there. And that's where we came from. But, yes, we've done it. How cool is that? There we go. The tunnel hath ended. Right, now for the journey back. There you go. We did make it to the end. Right, that's us back unscathed. And I think that's enough drama for one day. All good fun. And I just hope the bloody footage is worth it now. Otherwise that'll be very much a wasted cause. Right, last challenge. Get up that. Let's... There we go. Oh. Jump over to the dry bit. Oh, and we're up. Oh, dear me. There you go. You're welcome. I don't think we'll be going back there. It's time to get to the van and head off. Oh, that's the other thing I did. When I turned it off, I also took the battery out of the housing. Now, there is some dampness in there, though I'm hoping it's not enough to have ruined it. Gimbal looks in good order. It is a bit damp, and that was sort of on the edge of the water. But there you go. 1 times drone recovered and a walk through a tunnel. And she loved it. And with that, we move off to the next location. And it just remains to say thank you ever so much for following, liking, commenting, and just interacting with the channel as you do. It's very much appreciated. Join me next week in Peña Garcia for pretty much the final episode from Portugal. But until then, take care. Bye bye.